Ripple and XRP, no longer competing in the payments race, they are redefining the entire track. Behind the headlines, there's a storm brewing, and you can feel it. Whales quietly moving billions of dollars after the SEC settlement. A calculated strike when prices dipped, setting the stage few retail traders see coming. Now, global banks are eyeing XRP for settlement. Central banks are calling it a game changer, and an ETF could pull in billions of dollars in weeks. Even Google's reversal on wallet bans happened today. The announcement and the quick reversal, man, this shifts the playing field in Ripple's favor. But the question isn't if XRP is going to rise. It's who will be holding it when the next domino falls. Let's get into it here. This was interesting. David Schwartz saying, what you see happening right now proves we were right all along. Payments and the stablecoin race heats up. Ripple CTO David Schwartz says more players are launching blockchains and they're designed much like XRP Ledger. And this proves they've been right all along. That this is the playbook. Decentralized technology and low fees, deterministic payments. David Schwartz had the right recipe. Let's get into it here. They may try to copy, but XRP Ledger has a 13-year head start and network adoption that cannot happen overnight. It's one thing for Circle. You see what they did. They didn't just want to run their coin over the Ethereum blockchain. They want their own blockchain, but it's one thing to have theory on a paper, a testnet. It's another thing to have a battle-hardened system with a 13-year head start. That's going to be tough to overcome. I welcome the challenge here. Public and permissionless. That's the key here. XRPL operates on an open network accessible to all participants without requiring special permissions. And with Circle's blockchain, they're going to have to get people to jump in here, run infrastructure, develop on the chain. It's not easy. It sounds great on paper. You have to get it done. Predictably low fees. You see, everyone's trying to copy this playbook. Before we heard, oh no, it doesn't matter about the fees. High fees are actually great. Every new blockchain you see rolling out, whether it's Sui, Aptos, Circles, new blockchain that's coming out, layer twos like Coinbase's base, they're all about fast speeds and predictably low fees. With XRP, it's proven utility and adoption. An established track record of payment utility with significant institutional adoption. This isn't just theory. This has been a building process, and more liquidity, more utility begets exactly that. More and more building. It's a domino effect here. And he's saying, look, when you see these new blockchains, features like deterministic finality, low settlement costs, that's what it's all about. And XRP Ledger was first. This proves we've been on the right track all along here. For those of you out there that need a new hardware wallet, Ledger's running a promotion right now. The Ledger Stacks, their flagship model, you get $80 worth of free Bitcoin with any purchase until Monday the 18th. The Ledger Nano X, that's what I use. You get $50 in Bitcoin. There'll be a link down below. Check it out. They got some great deals. You buy a Ledger wallet, you get these little vouchers, and you don't have to keep your value in Bitcoin. You can swap that out for something like XRP. Just saying. Link down below and also in the pinned comment here. Now, we're seeing right here, whales piling in post-SEC settlement. It's wild here. In just 48 hours after that, dropping the appeals was announced, whales purchased 900 million XRP, the equivalent to $2.88 billion. You don't think they know what's going on here? Over a 4-day period, total purchases reached an impressive $3.8 billion. The money's moving in. They are striking because they know the next move. These strategic buys occurred during a price dip. It went a little under $3 here. A classic institutional buy the dip strategy that signals strong confidence in XRP's future. This wasn't Johnny come lately. This wasn't some, person in their mom's basement. These are serious buys. These are institutional buys. This is a big deal. It tells you the whales know what's on the horizon, and they ain't doing this for a 10-cent pump. They know the big money's coming. XRP ETF could outshine Ethereum. This was Steve McCullough from Canary Capital CEO. I absolutely believe there will be an XRP ETF this year. Not someday, not next year, this year. Projected first month inflows, $5 billion. This is going to be nuts here. Forecast suggests massive capital influx upon ETF approval, and it's going to keep compounding and building. And institutional investors and big money investors, they're going to like what they see here because they can understand the utility and the value proposition of this blockchain and this asset. Two key exchange listings. New standards mean XRP could qualify within months thanks to the CME and Coinbase futures. SEC said this. We want at least 6 months of futures trade before we approve an ETF. XRP is already on their way. And those futures, they've been successful. And we've seen demand. And that is a key indicator that when they do launch a spot ETF, you're going to see a lot of money flowing in here. Standard Chartered, they're sticking by their price target, $12.50. Real world utility driving value is what they say. Ripple's is really Ripple Payments now, not ODL service processed $15 billion in 2024, with 40% of clients using XRP for liquidity. This demonstrates substantial real-world value beyond mere speculation, supporting Standard Chartered's bullish price prediction. And if you notice that model I did in yesterday's video, if you didn't see it, check it out. It has a bullish price target of $14.40 or something like that. So pretty close to what Standard Chartered is looking at here. Yay for that. We want to see it. Now, central banks, they're calling XRP a game changer. Malaysia's central bank has made a significant statement declaring that XRP could operate outside traditional banking systems, potentially revolutionizing cross-border payments. And that's all you need. It's just got a chance. Do you have the utility? Do you have the functionality that the future needs? And we have it here in spades. We got a real chance here to do big things. And another sign of institution validation, Crypto.com and Vivo Power, we keep hearing about Vivo Power here, have formed a partnership to support XRP-focused mining projects, further cementing XRP's position in the crypto ecosystem. I've seen a lot about these mining projects. I don't know what that means. I always figured that's a scam, but that's what came out on the news wire. Be careful with that kind of stuff. I'll look into this crypto mining stuff, and I will get back to you there tomorrow. All right, XRP flows. Top 1.1 billion year to date, 18.4 million in weekly inflows, consistent capital entering XRP markets. $1.1 billion year to date inflows, exceeding Solana and other alternative cryptocurrencies. Your altcoin market, it's a leader. It's dominant. 13.93 trillion, the total market capitalization, substantial valuation despite trailing Bitcoin and Ethereum in recent performance. And listen, Ethereum has been down in the dump so much, it had to go on the run eventually. So I wouldn't read too much into that. Plus, usually Ethereum's going to set the pace. XRP will go firing out down the way a bit here. I think that early move from 50 cents to over $3, that's just playing a little bit of catch up. You haven't seen any growth yet. You're going to here. Despite its impressive market cap, XRP's performance of 8% trails both Bitcoin and Ethereum's strong gains here of recent. No big deal. Again, we're going to come exploding out of here. I'm not concerned with that in the least. Now, we have an ICO, an Ethereum ICO investor. He put $75,000 into ETH tokens. Would now be worth $1.1 billion. Well, according to him, you always got to watch out with that stuff, but he claims he lost his keys, meaning the funds are locked forever on the Ethereum blockchain. Be careful. Not your keys, not your crypto. Lose your keys, though. Not your crypto as well. Google, they announced today some sort of crypto ban. If you have a wallet and you don't have a banking license, you would be kicked off the Google Play Store. Everyone's freaking out. Well, they reversed course. They said, we didn't mean that about crypto wallets. We're talking about exchanges. I don't know what they meant, but the good thing is this. They can't really ban wallets. You can always run your own wallet. You can have a paper wallet, especially nowadays with AI, But, we want to see broad support, and luckily, Google reversed that idea, and they're not going to be banning crypto wallets. So, yay for that. This Friday, going to be a discussion, a live stream on Jenna X's YouTube channel here. It's going to be Hugo Filon from Flare, and I promised you this week we're going to have a Flare update. I'll make sure to roll that out. I'm working hard on it. And also Santiago Velez, co-founder of the Zhao DAO. Make sure that you go over to Jenna X's channel, follow her, subscribe to her channel, but hit the notification on this live stream because it's going to be a good one. I want to hear from both of them, and this is a great pairing, Flare, Zhao DAO. Going to be a lot of interesting stuff there on this live stream on Jenna's channel. Check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification so you know when that thing goes live on Friday. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.